Hi everyone, I'm really glad that you joined me today. Maybe or maybe not you're aware that the new moon was yesterday, and usually there's a dark moon first and then the crescent. And that's typically when you want to start your intention work, lighting the candle, getting in your circle, being prayerful, writing down wishes that you want. And I was looking out the window this morning and there was a moon out there. That's unusual. So I want you to go ahead and do something tomorrow. Monday is a good time because it is the quiet time. It is the beginning of what can increase during the week. Sunday is the time where you want to do your great reflection. Monday is moon time or going within, more of a quiet female energy. And then maybe by Thursday, that's when you'll want to do more of your intention work. So I'm going to break it down, just a couple of things to do. Most of you that come with me do know how to work with candles. I would still encourage you to get your white pillar candle and put olive oil on that. And how you load that is you take a candle and you load it from the top, which is the wick, down to the bottom. And as you're doing it, you want to put an intention on there. In this case, it's Mother Mary. And why we're doing that is because she is helping us very much so these days. And I'm very dedicated to working with her. Her request was not to do too many colors, occasionally yes, but overall a lighted candle in devotion to her. Now you can go and you can get novenas in the store, the novenas that maybe have the Guadalupe or the Sacred Heart novena, or if you want, you could get the one with Lord Jesus on it with the Sacred Heart. Those are already ready to go. What I do with those is I'll take a little, sometimes a toothpick or something, and then poke that down in there and then pour some oils in there because they are in a glass. For novenas, I let them burn when I set them apart, and how I set them apart is I do a prayer over them for what I want, and I let them sit. Most people don't like to leave their candles burning at this point, but I do. I never feel like they're going to do anything that's out of the ordinary, but needless to say, I've had some people say that they've had a few interesting experiences with them. But when you're praying with Mother Mary, you need to just ask her to be with you during the day, during the evening, and to help to bring you into a place of the rose. The rose is what the highest energy flower. I love all sorts of flowers, every kind of flower you can think of. They all have their different medicines, their different gifts. But the rose does represent her. Obviously, we know it represents love. And so I'll get roses and put those around her, or I'll buy a bouquet of roses and I'll set them aside for her. She likes white. You can also use red. And there's not a lot of fragrance, unfortunately, from a lot of flowers, but do what you can to get the best. And don't scrimp. I don't mean you have to go out and pay $40 for a bouquet, although there's lots of bouquets right now because Valentine's is coming up. So that's the novena. Now back to the pillar candle. You could do the same thing with the pillar candle. And then around there, at the bottom, you could put the flowers. I happen to have these dried ones. I have them all around. I just dry all my roses. That was a white one. This was, one that was a fire and ice. And then, of course, I have the red ones. And so then I use them and I put around the bottom of the candle or around the novena. I'll put all of those around in a circle, and I'll go starting at the front, and I'll place them around the candle in a clockwise position. I'll light the candle, and then I'll do prayer work and ask for my intentions, and I ask for her energy to be with me and throughout the day. She's a very easy deity to work with because she always listens to our prayers. She's East medicine, which means that she's in the beginning in the rising sun, but she's also over the moon. She's got the stars around her crown and she stands on the moon. So she's as above and so below. She connects with all that higher energy. And you can also ask her to help intervene for you in regard to Lord Jesus. And you can always go to him. That's just a little extra if you'd like that. So what do we wish for? Because little do you know, and I just kind of did my little research and found this out. All of the planets right now are not retrograde. That's highly unusual. This is the snow moon. The snow moon is about that crystalline energy that's sitting there in front of us, although hopefully we'll get more of it because it should be covering the mountain tops and that. We're not, some people are getting a lot, some people aren't. But it's an energy of right before the spring, and all of that energy that's of the highest, which is white, is going to go into the ground and nourish Mother Gaia. So what I'm suggesting to you as far as that goes, what do you do when you have all of the planets going in the same direction? That's extremely rare, by the way. This last full moon was kind of wild, and now we have something that's very tender and kind to us, because between now and the few months down the road, every single planet will be working for us. But we want to go to our proper deities, our beloveds, so that we can access their highest energy and flow that down to us. The planets are always working for us too, because everything is sentient, which means they have an energy, a love energy with them. If you feel like, ooh, maybe this would be a good time for me to do something in regard to, getting a partner, because here we are, it's, Valentine's and all that, I would still use the candles I've suggested and just write on a piece of paper. Maybe you can make it pink paper and everything. You can write, this is what I would like. I would love this to happen. But first, remember, you want to make sure that you're in alignment with yourself. You're in a good place. Please don't wish for exes, because they need to do their own work. They're still where they're at, and you don't want them to come back into your life where you're moving forward and they're kind of pulling the reins back. You want to move into there and be kind and loving enough to say, please do your own work, and then we'll see what happens on the other side. So these are the things that I wanted to share with you. I don't have a lot of descriptive stuff for you. I don't have like little props and things that I'm going to show you this time. I know that's very important for people, but I will say again, you can get the novenas, make something cute around the plate. You can also get something like this. Let's see, if you want, I'll do a little prop. See, I could do this really quickly. I could put this, and I can get the candle. I could put that in there. And then I can I happen to have these right here in front of me. I could put these little rocks, white, and I happen to have red or pink. And then if I wanted, I could put these little seashells on the bottom. See, and then that way, that is representing all of the elements, because I've got the fire, which is the candle, the air, fire, air, okay, and the smoke. And then I've got the rocks. And of course, the glass can be also a representation of earth or air, whichever. And then as far as water, well, what do I do with that? I would get a glass of water and I would put that by the side. Okay. And then you have an offering. Please do make your offerings. I would encourage just simple things like this, like water, or also I would do some sweet fruit or candy, because it's the Valentine's, and then make 9 wishes. Please don't go any more than that, and keep them in regard to yourself, in regard to the person that you might want. Remember, what you ask for is what you'll get. If you work within yourself and do everything you can to make yourself the better person, then what will happen is you will attract that to yourself. Maybe I'll listen to this and see how it goes, but overall, know this. I've been here a long time, many years actually, in practice. And the things that I'm sharing are things that they ask me to share with you, so that you will stay safe and sound in these kinds of places. They're safe places, they're loving places. And we want to always move forward in the highest of the high ways that we can. Never pulling other people toward us that we don't want, always moving toward love and joy. So enjoy, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm looking forward to hearing what has happened with you when you put your candles together. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.